Stream. We're going to be doing some painting this time, and I am going to try to kick us off with something. I give us a little bit of energy moving forward. So hold on a second while I get everything set up. If you're watching this on the recording of this, you probably want to fast forward a couple of minutes. If not, this might be a good time for you to get up and find something to drink, get yourself settled in. I'm just gonna set up our chat and all that good stuff. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday night. So I want to welcome you to the chat if you're just joining us. And let's get us going there. There we go. Say, I'm actually painting on stream. What? What's up, Cameron? Welcome to the feed. Cool that you're painting right now, dude. What are you working on? Alright, let's go to... I'm just going to open up our big screen here too, even though I have chat there. Always good to have... It's more natural for me to look up than it is to look to my right. It's just kind of how my computer is set up. Looks like the streaming is good. So let's go ahead and open that up. How's my sound? I'm gonna listen here for a second. Okay, sounds good to me. Paint Primaris Chaplain for future campaign stuff. Very cool, sir. Okay, so let's get down to business here and let me show you what we're working on. So last time we painted some Aristeia, and you guys wanted the panda guy here done, and you wanted, so panda guy here, there he is, and you wanted the robot girl. I don't know the names of any of these characters, so like Aristeia fans, I apologize. Just painting these for commission, they're super fun. Sound is good. Thank you, Cheddar Monkey. Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, Congo? Oi, I'ma fight you. It happens. Welcome to the feed, sir. Okay, so those two are done, which leaves us the other 6 members of the Aristeia box. Let me get you caught up on those, and I'll show you where we're going to go, at least, and have like kind of minor goals for tonight. I don't know if we're going to finish the other 6 right now, but we'll paint as many as we can until I start getting tired. So I think I'm just guessing based on what I know about Infinity. This here looks like a Nomad type character to me. Very Nomad-y looking. It's got a cool like platform. You got a furry here. I know she's not. I know she's called something other than furry. I can't find my tea steeper and I'm angry. Sorry to hear that, dude. So yeah, so you get the little cat girl here. Again, kind of like Nomad faction. Then you have Wild Bill Hickok. He's actually fairly close to getting done. He's, I'm gonna guess, US Ariadna. And then you got this character, this model here, which I absolutely adore. I adore this model. This is, I don't know, Musashi Miyamoto? I don't know. He's awesome, though. See, this is a problem. When I paint stuff on commission and I don't know what it is, I know it frustrates some of my viewers. Maybe not my regular viewers, but some of my other viewers. Like, for example, a few months back, I painted Gloomhaven, and Gloomhaven's a very popular board game, and I don't know shit about Gloomhaven, and so I was just sort of holding up the models, and I was like, this is midget guy with hand grenade and rainbow hair. And people were getting mad. Like, it's my most hated video next to like the normal hate ratio. It's actually 6 likes and 6 dislikes on that video. This is I can only assume this is a Hawk Islam. You know, I'm gonna switch my focus. Uh, Furry the Panda if we want to get technical. Oh, okay. Most of them I don't think are affiliated with the faction aside from Max and the Hacker. Okay. Okay. I accept anything you guys say because I don't know anything about this. Okay. There we go. That's good. It's when you do manual focus, you always have to kind of figure out like how close to the camera am I gonna get with these guys. This is my favorite sculpt, by the way. Love this sculpt. So cool. You have so much fun painting her. And then you got this guy here. Come with me if you want to live. This guy, who I think we'll be working on tonight. I think tonight it's gonna be bruh, and bruh, but probably bruh and bruh is who we're gonna work on. Okay. Be right back. Okay, Congo. Pipstreams and honey mustard pretzels are a win. I do love those honey mustard, like those bits. You know what I'm talking about. They come in a bag, and they're just like tiny little chips of honey mustard pretzels. Those are amazing. I don't know. I think they put crack cocaine or something in those. Those are just incredible. Needs more bruh. They're incredible. Love those. Problem is, those things, like they have so much flavor, and there's like so much salt flavoring to it that they almost give me a headache immediately. So, like, I love them, but I gotta like back off that. Anyways, I'm gonna eat a little bit of cookie here as we get started. So let me take my headphone off here so you don't have to hear the crunch. Alright, Samurai Dude and Senior Massacre is a Merc. Alright, so what I have to do with this bruh right here is, well, let's block his hair color in. And then he kind of has like orange detailing in various parts. He's like orange, sort of like orange and white. And I'm trying to figure out the pattern here. Maybe I have, let me just type in Aristeia. I have to keep referring to the images here. Yeah, it has like a weird stripe. Okay. Okay. I think I got this. And like blonde hair. Alright. So in order to get the white stripe down, we're gonna have to use like high hiding colors that will get us very close to white, and then we'll do the final detail in white. Okay. So I could use this Glacier Blue, which is a really nice, like, this is a nice bright color that gets you very, very close to white. Or I could use Wolf Gray, which I'm actually kind of leaning towards Wolf Gray. Wolf Gray's a little more dull. I don't know. Let's use Glacier Blue. And then I'm going to need a good orange for this, so I could go something like that. Bright orange would be nice. And there's also really, really nice game color orange that I have, if I can find it. So, who else besides me and Cameron is painting right now? Anybody else? Got anything queued up? Be curious to know. It's a good time to be painting if you're not wrapping presents, right? Yeah? Okay. My wife needs me to call her phone. She, there we go. So while that's going, alright. Hope she finds it. She's looking for a phone. I'm looking for orange. Like dope game color orange. It's probably on the table.
Leave your message for not.
She didn't find it? Let's try it again. Hope she didn't turn her ringer off. That would suck. This is a good color. See, Human Sphere's most popular game show. Oh, you're explaining what our Aristeia is. It looks fairly cool.
I got it, sweetie. Thank you.
Thanks, babe.
Thank you.
Alright, good night, love you. Alright, cool. Alright. I cannot find the orange, it's driving me crazy. It's tearing me apart, Lisa. There it is. Orange fire. Orange fire is a great color. Alright. Alright, so anyways, let's get going. Painting. There's a stripe. It looks like, and it just kind of coincides. It connects this and that, and then there's a racing stripe that goes down this way. And again, you have to use Glacier Blue for this. I am terrible at freehand, by the way, so. Okay. So, we're gonna make do. This is not one of my strengths, is freehand. But I have the help of Winsor Newton Series 7 brushes. Might help a little bit. This just isn't what I do, like I said. It really isn't my wheelhouse here. So I'm just gonna paint. Maybe I'm just gonna focus in on this bra for most of the night. And I don't know what it is, but this song drives me crazy. It sounds like they're strangling a cat. It's just her particular voice. I just can't stand it. I really need to remove this from my playlist. Hold on. Remove from playlist. Delete from playlist. Yes, you're gone. That and the stupid, what was the, that Summer Holiday song, that drives me crazy too. That's not a very good song. Like, I love you Night Tempo, but a couple of your songs, I don't have to love every song that you do. Okay, so this just goes down, just goes the length of this armor piece. It's like a racing stripe. Right, goes like that, and it goes down the other side. This isn't even the hard part. The hard part's gonna be the orange. And then he has a racing stripe there. Just on that side, which is kind of weird. Right? And here. I mean, it's cool that he has this racing stripe, it just kind of drives me insane having to freehand. I guess if it came down to it, I didn't actually have to freehand, but whatever. Might as well, right? And then it looks like, ooh, looks like some of the paint's already chipping off this edge here. So let me just paint a little bit of this color onto the edge like it's an edge highlight. There we go. And then basically this entire surface here is orange. So like the back side of this, I don't know what the other side of this model looks like. Is that bad? I don't know what the shield looks like. Sorry, I'm not looking at comments. Shield Bro looks pretty tough. Ooh, you had chicken and waffles today. Nice. A lot of comments I missed. Sorry, guys. We all have our spots. There's just stuff that we don't like, stuff that drives us crazy. And if you're painting, you definitely don't want that in your life, right? Alright. So I'm thinking this shield here that says Max on it, I know it has a pattern. I know there's a racing stripe somewhere on it. The question is where? Where's that racing stripe? Let's see if there's another shot of Shield Bra. Here's a shot of Shield Bra. That's actually a much better picture of Shield Bra. Oh gosh, he has a lot of freehand on him. Ugh. That's too much freehand. Damn it. That's a lot of freehand, dude. So I guess this ends up being orange here. And there's like that ends up being orange. And then I'm going to need cold gray for kind of the under armor part. Like normally I would go back and tell the client, like if he wants this freehand, that he's going to have to pay me extra. That's what I normally do. But Chris is a good guy, and you know, I'll just throw it in here. I'll just do my best and throw it in and say, look, dude, I normally charge extra, but I'm just gonna do a bit of this for you. Shit, my phone is gonna die. Be right back. And then this part, this max part, is actually white. Because he's shield bruh. My name is Max bruh. And I'm a shield bruh. The freehand isn't that bad. It's mostly straight lines. Problem is, I suck at straight lines. Alright. Bruh. Max, bruh. So let's see, right there. And this comes out to here. I'm sorry I'm so quiet. I'm you know, I'm in that mode where I'm just concentrating right now. Trying to get all this stuff nice and clean. Let's read a comment. Chris, better appreciate it. It's a mini painted by the Octave the Grand, High Grand Duke of the Bandwagon Slayers, eater of the extremely phallic chocolate donuts. That is an accomplishment, right? Eating the phallic donuts. That's pretty funny. I appreciate the grandiose title there, sir. Yeah, Chris is a good guy. He should have. I know he'll appreciate it. This freehand is going to slow us down quite a bit, though. So we probably, I don't know how many of these will actually get done tonight. But this model does have the most amount of freehand, so. Looks like that is. Oh, wow. Yeah, this model. It's funny. He's just chipping. Well, that's not really funny. It's annoying, actually. Oh, and there's even an A. Like, there's an A there on this shield. So I have to do an A. It's kind of the Aristeia A. Hard to freehand when your hand's shaking like mad, right? My hand always shakes. Done that for years and years. Okay. Don't worry, that'll look a lot better when that's done. Okay. And then promise I will get to rambling as I finish this. But right now would be a good time to troll and make me angry. Octave's my Secretary of Games Masters GM Mad Dog Octave. My hand shakes when I'm about to eat tacos because I get excited. That's funny. Kind of like how like a dog's tail starts wagging feverishly, or cats. When cats are about to pounce on something, their tail starts to go crazy. Okay, and so there's another check mark there that goes like this. Yeah, it's like that, and then ooh, this is the problem with freehand. You start to lose your tracking, where, you know, because you need to be able to keep your hand in an area where you can craft a straight line. Right, so I can draw a straight line that way. Oh boy. I can't believe the only thing worse than freehand is trying to freehand and keep something in frame. Say something, you dull cunt. What's up, Canvas? You know, to that point, Canvas, maybe a little bit of a drink here would help steady my hand a little bit. It's a thought. Or it could have the exact opposite effect. I'll take him off here for a minute so I can finish this. What are you painting, Canvas? Are you working on anything? You just being angry? What are you doing, dude? You're as confusing with lines. And then there's another... Yeah, so this goes like this. There's another line that comes here. Alright. And then there's another... It looks like it's another line that goes... kind of there. That's a lot of damn lines, dude. I mean, overall it should look cool. It's not going to be perfect, but the overall effect should be good. Right? Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. Looking good, I think. This canvas says, looking good, you cunt. Alright. Yeah. Good. This right here should be orange. So anything orange I'm painting white, because that's the easier way to do it. Just paint anything that's you're gonna, especially when blue is the majority color, you don't want to just paint directly over the blue because you're gonna make it look green. All right. Oh God. This guy's crappy rapping kind of screwed up that line. See, I just immediately blamed him for it. Alright. Okay. It's not too bad. Okay. Is there a special procedure, or are they just treated as heavy resin? I don't know. I don't know. Alright. Let's do the orange. And at least get that part of it done. Now the good news about orange is it's so damn thin that you don't really need to thin it much. It should actually just be able to take care of itself. I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny little bit of water in it. Not much. Because I want it to be able to cover fairly well. Let's see. Feel your pain. Painting some spasmarines at the moment. My Blood Raven freehand looks like munted fart lumps. Munted? What's I'm not familiar with that word. What's munted? Alright. So this orange line just sits in the middle and it's very thin. If I screw up, it's this stupid rapper's fault. Because he doesn't even spit it the way he should. Just so we're clear. Okay. There we go. You guys can't see a damn thing right now, and I'm sorry, but I just gotta get this stripe down because this part sucks. Okay. Oh, there's more striping that goes on the front too. What the shit? Alright, hold on. Yeah, there's striping over the little, for lack of a better term, dick plates that he has. There's like striping that goes kind of there. It goes like right over this gap. Whoa. Munted equals disfigured. Abhorrent also can be drunk. Oh, so if you're... That's a cool term. I want to use that. I'm adding it to the vernacular, sir. Munted. I wonder if my wife's familiar with that term. Munted. Am I? I just don't understand. Okay. So there's a stripe here and a stripe there, like that. And then it goes there. That's it? It's just weird. Alright. In fact, let's switch gears and do the back. Let's do the yellow, I'm sorry, the orange stripe here on the shield. God, peace. Gosh, Octave, get it right. I like using the knackers. Whatever, dude. Just don't look munted, whatever you do. Get it? Ha! I learned a word. Right? Good. My line may be too thin. It's okay. Make it a little thicker. I use one of those phrases, bombed, because I'm one of them. I can't read because of this. Because I'm bombed or hammered, but that's because I'm one of those horrible cis white males. Damn you cis white males, ruining everything. I wonder how many bitter bitches are earnestly wishing for the death of all cis white males for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is some dead cis white males. They're like singing that shit in a coffee shop somewhere. Just mad, ready to cry into a pillow. Death of the cis white males, damn oppressors. Just crying directly into their liberal arts postgraduate degree. God, I'm a dick, aren't I? Bad person, Octave. That shit is funny, though. They do refer to all Germans as Nazis. Well, it's like they can't... They come up with these really painfully oversimplified views, and then they force the rest of the world to accept them. And if you think about it, all of their views are based on one central idea, that cis white males actually are the most superior human being on earth. Isn't that screwed up? Like, at the heart of their of SJW ideology is almost a concession that cis white males are better than everybody else, so that the rest of the world has to demand that we correct around things like meritocracy So when you say things like, well, actually, Asian households in the United States, and even like some African households in the United States, out earn average white households in the United States. When you say stuff like that, it screws up everything, and then they just shut you down. They don't shut you down, but they shut you off. They don't want to hear from you because you just disrupted everything. The minute the minute you can prove to them definitively that straight white males aren't the top of the food chain, it destroys the entire narrative. And that's one of the reasons why there's more and more there's more and more backlash against Asian Americans, because we disrupt the narrative, we screw everything up. And you'll see like articles of like Asians are embracing the new white supremacist power structures and stuff like that. And especially with how common it is for Asians and Caucasians. Hey, not much. How are you? What's up, Blade Wolf man? Mansplaining. Is blog still here? Where's my senpai? But it's true. You tell people that that's the core of their ideology is based on the idea that the straight white male is the superior human being. You tell them that, like, none of your theories work the minute you prove that they're not. And it's very easy to prove that they're not. It's very easy to prove that really nobody is. And the whole thing erodes. And they get very upset. But whatever. What do I know? I'm just a stupid minority, right? So here's it close up. It's looking okay. It's not the best. Over, like, from a distance, it looks really good. It looks like everything's in place at that distance. It looks good. But if you stare at it too close, you're like, wow, he really screwed up. Straight white males are the devil. Well, they can be. I just think, the whole ideology gives straight white males way too much credit for shit. And in fact, if I'm being honest with you guys, and I think a lot of you guys have already kind of figured this out. If I were a straight white male, there would be no better place than to be an SJW and scream about how horrible straight white males are. If I was a straight white male, that's the best place to be, right? We're talking about, organized religion here. You're going to want to be one of the preachers. The people leading the charge for this shit are predominantly white, and they're predominantly from, upper middle class backgrounds. A lot of them are trust fund kids. I mean, they are the definition of privilege. And instead of, taking stock of who they are and where they are in the world, it's much easier to just sort of project that guilt onto others, and even people like me, and project their hatred of and their actual, those people are actually, in my opinion, in my experience, they're just as racist against me as, say, a white nationalist or a white supremacist. To me, it's like the same fucking thing. You got, they're both racist. They both feel and assume that they're superior to me and that they're allowed to say what goes on in my life and how I'm supposed to conduct myself. They're both more than happy to tell me that and where I belong and who I belong with. The only difference is one of them claims moral superiority through a Bible, and the other one doesn't. That's it. That's the only difference. When you really boil it down, that social justice, I know it's best for minorities. I speak for the voiceless. I'm here to protect you. That shit, like, what's fucking more racist than that? Like, you can't stand on your own 2 feet, so I'm gonna be the guy from fucking Avatar, and I'm gonna inhabit one of your bodies and fight on your behalf, and you wouldn't have never beaten the white people if it weren't for a white person. That's like that's Avatar, dude. Avatar, that shitty James Cameron movie, is the most, like, that. I told people when that came out, I'm like, racism is back, dude. Racism is fucking back. People idolize that shit, and they try to make meaning in their lives. These privileged fucks that have nothing better to do are going to come out and say, oh, well, I saw Avatar, and I felt so guilty. So I went out and started yelling at people about how guilty I am. Same with the whole, like, the Weinstein thing, the current thing. Like, did you, if you saw what Morgan Spurlock did, that is some social justice shit right there. And there's some honesty to it, but I mean, that's what it comes down to. Oh, dude, I missed Canvas's comment on the thing. Let me read it. They're always richer, upper middle class white dude pissed about social justice. You never see trade schools protesting all that fabricated bullshit. It's true. I watched it once and never again. But I don't know. Apparently, I hold the views of a modern day bigot, according to these people, right? They would say, oh, the guy's got self-hatred and all this other shit, right? But, like, the people I surround myself with, if you're really taking stock of skin color and what's between their legs and how they feel about other people and all that, not that you should, because you fucking shouldn't, but if you did that with me, I guarantee you, it would be a more diverse, eclectic group of people than those fucks that are sitting in that diversity seminar, that are that went to PAX and, oh, well, I feel guilty, so I'm gonna sit in this, and another white person's gonna get up there and, moral grandstand, and then we're gonna leave there feeling better about ourselves, and we're gonna be able to fucking tell Octave what the hell he can't do. Like, that's some fucking bullshit, man. Drives me crazy. As you can tell, it does. It drives me crazy, Which isn't hard, by the way. Like, it's very easy to get me to rant. Let's see. If I listen to this music, I'd have self-hatred too, bro. Oh, man. I don't know. What has been really, I know a lot of things have been driving me crazy lately, but one of the things that's been driving me crazy lately was I've been kind of sending around this little meme. It's a Star Wars thing again, because I always gotta bitch about Star Wars. But it was this, I took a picture of Rose, and I juxtaposed it with a picture of Miss Swan. And I said, we finally get a character, an Asian character in Star Wars, who lives, and it's fucking Miss Swan. I don't know. If you were to talk to me in like 2011, 2012, 2011, oh, you're getting a webcam for Christmas? Nice, dude. Yeah, do it. And then you can hop on this show and we can bitch together. It'd be dope. But yeah. I went down, I did a thing, right? And I was like, I'll tell you right now, not that I like Star Wars, because you guys know I don't like Star Wars, but, because I gave up on the franchise a while ago. At my heart, I do love Empire Strikes Back. That is like one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's the one that will always endear me to Star Wars to some degree. But ultimately, I'm done with the franchise. But the other day, I was ranting about Rose. Like, how's that fucking like? That's the most bullshit character, and it's very upsetting. And I think if you were to talk to a lot of older generation Asian people, like myself, like Gen X Asian people, or especially Boomers Asians, they're not happy with that. You know what I mean? Asian people, and not just Asian people, but when you talk to people from other cultures, specific other cultures, not all of them, but some of them, like really look at their representation because they don't get much in film. It's like, if you're going to represent one of us, and you're going to be in a fantasy, like represent a really, really, a Hollywood version of us, right? Like, put the good-looking one up there. We want people, from a totally selfish point of view, right? Let's say I'm an Asian person. I am, actually, but let's say I'm an Asian person living in America, and I'm used to being a minority. I'm around less than 2% of the population. I like your sister's stories. Oh, yeah, it's fine. I don't care, Blade Wolf. But yeah, Rose was weird to me. So anyway, what was I getting at? Okay, so let's say, put yourself in my shoes for a second, right? Like, you're like part of 2% of the population. And in the 80s, the early 80s and the 90s, when you told someone, oh, I'm from the Philippines, like, especially if you were over in Connecticut or the Midwest or whatever, they didn't even know that was a country. When they see an Asian person, they're like, oh, Chinese or Japanese, right? You're Chinese or you're Japanese, that's it, right? That's kind of what they thought. And so when you saw Asians, like the rare times you saw Asians in movies, you're like, oh, cool, there's an Asian person, right? And you want that Asian person to oh God, like you want that person to be an interesting character. You want that person to actually kind of transcend just the fact that they're fucking Asian. You just want to have a really good character up there, somebody that's really interesting, and you want that person to because it just kind of helps people to see that it's not an issue. At least that's the way we looked at, quote unquote representation before. It's like, if it makes sense, throw one in there, and then don't make a big deal out of the skin color. Like, make a good character, right? Because a good character is a good character is a good character. And when you like a character and you're not a sad, pathetic person, you look well beyond, skin color, demographic, or sexual orientation, or whatever. It's just a good character. You don't really care. That's why normal people, or, non-SJW people, like characters from all kinds of backgrounds. And we don't force it. We just, oh, I like that character. And when you start coming up with, when you're forced to come up with examples of characters you like say gay characters that you like, or Middle Eastern characters that you like, you can start coming up with them. And you have to like search your memories and come up with them because you just liked that character. It didn't occur to you what race they were. You just liked the fucking character, right? Or at least that's how it worked for me. If I liked Omar from Raiders of the Lost Ark or something, right? It doesn't matter that he's Muslim or that he's Middle Eastern. I didn't even think about that. I just like that character. You know what I mean? Another thing, like we were talking about, like Alien vs. Predator the other day. Whoop, whoa. Shieldbra nearly dove off and tried to kill himself. But yeah, we were talking about the first AVP the other day at my work. and I was saying, you know what, I really liked the first AVP. That was really cool. And one of my favorite things about the AVP was the main character, the main chick character, right? Because they kind of set it up like at the end of that movie, she ends up like taking the Predator mark and shit, and like she's down with them, and she's a badass fucking like a fighter and a survivor and shit. And we were thinking, man, when AVP2 comes out, maybe they're gonna continue her arc. Maybe she's gonna be fucking dope. Like she shows up and she's hunting the aliens, and she's working with some of the predators and working with against some of the other predators. Like that was a badass fucking character, right? And here's the thing, I loved that character, but imagine if instead of making a really good character like she was, what if they just like some fucker gets on BuzzFeed or whatever, like, oh, a female woman of color is the lead in AVP. You know, so they didn't even make a big deal about that shit. Like, that was not even a fucking thing when that came out. But guess what? Yeah, if you're gonna go by the demographics and shit, yeah, it's a female woman of color. And it's one of my favorite fucking characters in like these weird sort of sci-fi horror style, right? Kind of along the lines of a Ripley. We didn't make a big deal about Ripley being a woman back then. We were like, we just like fucking Ripley's dope. We like Ripley. That's my point. It's not hard to have diversity in movies. It's not hard. You just make good characters. And a good character doesn't have to be a flawless character. In fact, shouldn't be a flawless character. It shouldn't be a Rey. It should be a believable, likable character that you get invested in and you want to know more about. And we've lost sight of that. Nobody knows how to do that shit anymore, and I don't know why. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, you guys tell me. I don't think that that's particularly difficult. Alright, I think I'm done looking at his picture. I think I can finish the rest of the model from here. See, this is why I like Asian guys in Rogue One. You know what, though? Okay. We're gonna, for the next, you guys are gonna get mad at me, but I'm gonna become an SJW for this next sort of diatribe, okay? Because we're gonna put that filter on, and because these bitch asses are on social media going, Star Wars has never been more progressive than ever, and we're just gonna write an article right now. We're gonna write a little article called "If You Think Star Wars is more diverse than ever because of Rose, think again, you fucking bigot." That's what we're gonna call this article, okay? Because we're gonna put on our SJW hat. Here it is. It's the purple hair, pink hair. Dizzy corrected me the other day. She's like, no, it's got to be pink hair. Anyway, so we're going to put that fucking SJW cap on, right? We're going to think about representation. So we're only going to look at fucking slopey people, or see, I'm using the word slopey. It's funny to me. But we're going to look at the Asian depiction in Star Wars. Okay? So here we go. So, the first, from where I'm sitting, the first Asian influence in Star Wars is obviously the Jedi, right? I don't know about you guys, but Jedi always came off to me as space warrior poets, space warrior monks. They came off as samurai swordsmen. They came off as being very Eastern in terms of their in terms of how they practice the Force, and how they really work on centering themselves, working to really achieve awareness from within, right? So to me, that's like the first Asian sort of influence in the Star Wars franchise. It starts with the Jedi, okay? And yeah, downvote unsub. But I didn't want the article. I was saying the guy who was the half warrior-based shooter fighter and the guy who felt like he was a Jedi was his friend. He said, "No, you're not." But anyways, we're gonna go through it, okay? And you guys can get mad at me if you want. It's fine. We're just gonna go down this path, okay? So once again, very first sort of inkling of Asians in Star Wars is the Jedi, and especially when you hear about a character called. So let's say you're watching Episode 4. So you're watching them in order of the movies being made, not the order of the chapter, right? So you're watching Episode 4, and you hear about a character called Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? To me, that's a Japanese name. Obi-fucking-Wan. Obi is definitely Japanese. Wan can be. Wan's more Chinese. But Ken and Obi, also very Japanese. So I'm thinking, okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's a fucking samurai's name. That should be an Asian guy. And then, who shows up? Alec Guinness shows up. And I fucking love Alec Guinness, okay? I love Alec Guinness. I have no problems with Alec Guinness. I love him as Obi-Wan. I love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. But my problem is, you name the character Obi-fucking-Wan Kenobi. And I had some expectations, is all I'm saying. Right? So, yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn. There you go, Cheddar Monkey. That was my other point. So first up, the two proto-original Jedi that you run into both have Asian names. Neither one of them are Asian, right? And let me ask you guys a question. Why did you have expectations? Because I'm a racist. That's why I played Wolf. But it's true, though. I mean, it's just, I don't know. If someone said, Ken Chong is going to show up, aren't you expecting to meet a Korean guy? But anyways, yeah, you go in blank slate, but just hear me out here, okay? Right? This is also part of the SJW failing, because you are sort of stereotyping. But anyways, let me ask you guys this question. Name an Asian Jedi. Like, name an Asian that wielded a lightsaber in a Star Wars movie. Like, picked up, that said all the Eastern type things that Yoda said, and like, can you name one? Like, no, from where I'm sitting, I can't think of one. I can't think of an Asian character that actually had lines in a Star Wars movie that picked one up. Now, that's why, like, by the time you get to Rogue One, you're like, oh, cool, they have Ip Man. That's gonna be great. And he's saying all these Jedi things, and he's thinking all these Jedi thoughts. But that motherfucker doesn't even get the chance to pick one. No, Mace Windu does not count. Yeah, okay. So let's go there, right? So that's the thing. So they get the Asian names. They dance around Asian ideology. They're warrior monks, but we don't ever actually get to see one pick one up. Then you get to Episode 1, right? And you get to the Trade Federation. And these aliens are clearly speaking with Japanese accents. And, they're the bad, horrible capitalists that sort of start the whole problem, right? The Trade Federation. Oh, by the way, Return of the Jedi, you had Ewoks, right? Again, I'm wearing the SJW cap. You guys can counter all these all you want, but a pattern's a pattern is a pattern, right? So Ewoks are in there, and they're these primitive little teddy bear cutesy things, and they speak Tagalog. Oh, they're supposed to speak some gobbledygook Ewok language. No, man, they speak a Filipino dialect. They speak a major Filipino tongue. That's crazy, right? So we get relegated to fucking fuzzy bears. Now, they actually get to win, right? They beat the stormtroopers for some reason that nobody understands. But anyways, yeah, I know. Okay, so comic book Jedi are the only Asian Jedi. Well, sure. But again, we're talking only movies, right? We're writing our article because they made a big fucking deal about Rose being in this last movie and how diverse it was and how progressive they are. But think about this for a second. Rose, you got Ip Man, you got Rose's sister. Asian characters in Star Wars. 2/3 of them die in the first movies, in the only movies that they premiere in. So you're going, okay, well, Asians make up 2/3 of the population of Earth, and 2/3 of them die in their first appearance in Star Wars. None of them ever wield a lightsaber. And then you have a smattering of kind of like poorly handled Asian cultural uses and names and references, right? They're very sloppily handled. So I'm saying, you know, if they're celebrating that, if I were to go SJW on the people like, you know, average white guy, hipster guy that's like writing articles and shit like that about this, like I would write back and go, if you really think that that's your service, like that's the bone that you threw, like fuck you, right? Reminder, until recently, all on-screen unhelmeted Imperials were white. Yep. I mean, we can play this game, but do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, if I were to play the SJW, if I put an SJW hat on and said, oh really, is Rose really a big deal for the Star Wars franchise? I could make the argument, no, man. Star Wars has treated Asians poorly since its inception, and this is no exception. You know, the fact that we get Miss Kwan as our living heroic character is very insulting. Like, that's like, with all the hot Asian chicks there, with all the Asian chicks out there, the hot talented actresses that actually can hold leading roles and have held leading roles, this is what we get. Like, you know, Jar Jar did 9/11. Hook it up. Look it up. He isn't a big deal. You get it, you know, I don't know. I was like, you know, people celebrating that though, I think it's I think that's shitty. Like, talk to any Asian over 30 and they're gonna say, no man, that sucks. Why don't they put like a really cool Asian actress up there? Put somebody who's paid their dues. Put at least somebody like entertaining, somebody likable. That's the other thing too, though. I mean, the whole Star Wars franchise is wrought with people that you're told to like, but you don't actually like. Really, they never really develop the characters enough for you to like or dislike them. Lando was a cool ass minority character. Yeah. Cameron watches for the rants. Lando is a cool ass minority character. Shame he didn't get more screen time. Well, get this. Let's say we put on our SJW hat and we start talking about the African American, presence in Star Wars, right? You could say, oh, it's such a big deal. Finn is he's a major character. Yeah, we had Lando before, but Finn is a major character. If I'm just being raw with you, I'm gonna say this, right? Lando was a dope, smooth fucking character, and he couldn't get none of that Princess Leia bikini. Like, he could not get underneath the metal bikini, and this motherfucker was selling Colt 45, and he couldn't do it, and he was smooth as hell. Finally, then you get Finn in, this goofy like, did you see that? And he finally gets the girl, right? He finally gets the girl, and who does he get? Oh, like on paper, oh, who'd you get? Oh, I got this Asian chick, and you're like, oh, all right. And then you see Miss Kwan. Like, that's supposed to be a gift? That's supposed to be a gift? That this, oh, like, oh, good, they got an African-American character. Yeah, and he gets a romantic interest in, oh, God. That's who he got. That's who Finn. But it was a one-sided get the girl. But you see, I don't know. I know I'm being very superficial right now. I'm being very shallow, but let's be real, okay? Lando. Smooth as fuck. Love Lando is by far like one of my favorite characters in the entire series, and I love Billy D. He's amazing. I love Billy D. He's fucking great. But come on, Lando didn't get himself a girl, and then Finn gets like this deeply sad consolation prize. Like he gets, oh gosh, he gets, yeah, really? That's what we're doing, really? I don't know. If you guys think I'm being superficial, that's fine, but I'm being superficial on behalf of the Asians. Like, come on, man, come with it. I think too, the older generation, like, you know, myself, the Xers and the boomers, we're used to seeing people on screen that are, you know, almost like otherworldly in terms of their attractiveness. To the point where we get upset or offended if, like, they put, like, some average-looking schmo up there, somebody that we're actually more attractive than. You know? If you... She likes Finn because he looky like a main. Finn got a girl he knew for less than a day. Lando couldn't get a girl he knew for at least the time between 5 and 6. That's true. You know Lando, like, Han is frozen. You know Lando will be trying to move in on that. Like, hey, I know you're getting lonely, girl. But, you know, I don't know. But seriously, that's the love it? Like, really? Anyway. I think the situation is that you want a human Jedi representation for the Asian population. I think, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Once again, I'm not invested in Star Wars. I gave up on that franchise a while ago. But I'm saying, like, with the SJW hat on, Rose is that's not a thing. Nobody should celebrate that at all. Like, it's almost a sad gimme, like it's an anomaly. Like, put somebody up there with some actual chops. Like, let them steal a scene. Not a single person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love it when characters come out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, you know, they had this, you know, here's a main character, but oh my god, this character comes in and they just, and it boils down to the actor, right? A good actor can come in and just take scenes that they want because they're good at it. Okay, so he's almost done. Let's do a little bit of like a black ink glaze. I mean, the truth be told, you got Yoda. Ugh, but even that, again, if I'm going for easily offended, I can also, like, you can still say, yeah, but that's who we got. We got a tiny, monster, you know, gruesome looking midget as our representation. See? You see, all you have to do to be SJW is convince yourself that no matter what, you will never be satisfied. And then you understand it. You know thy enemy, right? You got an old man kicking ass. No, Yoda's cool. I do like Yoda. But, no. Okay. So now, we're gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna kind of wrap this guy up. And then we're gonna keep moving on. I think this is a good way to do it, though. Just kind of finish one, and then push on to the next one. So don't just like block color endlessly. So I use the black to kind of calm down the basing here. So, I know it's not Christmas yet, but what are we, like, what's on everyone's wish list? What would you guys like to get for Christmas? And I'm talking about other than, you know, world peace and happiness for everyone. Right? What do you guys want for Christmas? From the miniature side, like I usually, you know, I take care of me. Like I take care of my own needs there. So I don't really, see, I've seen the Force because he said Yoda was cool. So impeachment doesn't count. No, there's no shit like that. Like, I want a new modem and router personally. I need it. I got way too many devices here in the house. I need that. And then, you know, the thing that's always on my Christmas wish list every year is an Infinity CR Plus airbrush. Because I would love to have one of those. Okay. I told the fam if they really feel they needed to get me something, a box of minis for a game I played or socks. I asked Santa if he could find me a large-breasted girlfriend that can cook. That's actually, I don't know. That's a good thing to wish for. Why not? What would you want her to cook? Now let's get this guy to that point. And then we'll move on to we'll move on to Wild Bill. So he's looking pretty cool. Max. I like the atmosphere. Oh, mostly I need a PS4 controller and a headset. Mine are getting old. Mostly Hispanic related food as it tends to be my favorite. Cool, cool. I like the atmosphere of Christmas, but don't care much about gifts. Yeah, well, I like gifts, but the whole monetary, you know, getting and receiving gifts kind of blows. I think there should be more empowerment around getting yourself the shit that you want, and then when you give gifts to other people, I think the culture should be around cheaper gifts and not to sound like super corny or anything, but they should be cheaper, more sentimental gifts, if you ask me. Looks like I kind of got this guy. We're pretty much where we want him. Okay. You just need a couple of browns. This guy's a lot easier. Yeah, don't you think? Like, the gifts that people should give each other, in my opinion, should be like favors. I think you should only give favors to other people. Like, oh, you know, like, let me help you move some shit around your house, right? Let me help you. Let me, uh, let me barbecue some food for you. You know, let me watch your kids for half an hour. Shit like that. That's the kind. I think if culturally, if we had people that just did that, that way everyone can give a gift, because it's not. I think that's where a lot of people feel really shitty. It's not that people, not when you're talking kids feel shitty when they're not getting gifts, but most people, like most adults feel shitty when they can't give a gift, because there's like a monetary expectation, right? Like, my wife was telling me today, like, that I'm extremely hard to shop for, because even though she knows what I want, that shit's expensive, right? We're not gonna buy me a $300 airbrush for Christmas, even though that's what I want. But you know, life is hard, man. Like, if I want a $300 airbrush, I need to like save my money and get myself a $300 airbrush, right? But there's shit that my wife can do for me for Christmas, right? Like, she could let me game a little bit more this week. She could, you know, do some adult things for me that I like. You know what I mean? It's easy, and that's free. You can give that out all you want, and she does, actually. It's fantastic. But I'm just saying, like, you could quantify that. Like, you can make a thing out of that. You know what I mean? And if the culture was around that like, oh, well, you buy yourself the nice stuff, and kids, you buy yourself and your kids nice shit, but you shouldn't have to buy shit for other people's kids. That's fucked up. You shouldn't have to. You can, but you shouldn't have to. I think ultimately, though, I think that's how Christmas should give everyone the opportunity to give something to people. And it would be better, in my opinion, if that were just culturally understood. That whatever you're giving, you don't really spend money on. You just do something beneficial for somebody. Christmas is awesome for kids. You know, I was fairly spoiled with regards to Christmas. Like, I had good Christmases as a kid. And my kids, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have good Christmases. I make sure. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. I think that, wow, why is that so? Christmas should really be like about that. What are some things that if we're talking about this for Christmas, what are some things that, let's say, you know, I could be doing for you guys? Like, what could I do for you guys for Christmas? If I said, you know, within the realm of something that doesn't cost money, but something I can do that's beneficial for you, what would that look like? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Asked her just to forget I ever said anything, and haven't talked to her since. Saw her at a Christmas party yesterday, and I just avoided contact. Well, I missed the story. Want to see. Whoa. I asked Santa to turn back time so I could ask out this grill I liked and not have sounded like a complete idiot. He said you're on your own. Oh, that sucks. That's a bummer. Oh, yeah, the awkward encounters. I hear that. We all been there, man. I don't know anybody that was like 100% on their game all the damn time and was smooth as hell and always got what they wanted. I just don't know of such a person. But you gotta get, you know what I mean? You gotta get in there. You gotta mix it up. You gotta screw up to a degree. So I'm just gonna go with a little bit of darker brown. Octave, for Christmas, I want a party wipe. We may have to play a harder game. I think at this point, or I'm gonna have to step up to high-level threats. Our Shadows teams are just getting too damn strong. Last night was super fun though, even though Andrew wasn't there. It was a good time. But yeah, even last night, it didn't look like anybody was ever really in much danger. And I kind of like understood that, like, huh, we have so much cool shit at this point that it doesn't seem like anyone's in that much danger anymore. Like, we took the Harbinger down fairly easily. And that was kind of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. I'm very bad with my words. You mean like live, like talking to people? Face to face? Dude, that's a skill, man. Like, that's a skill or a talent. Some people have it. Some people can just naturally do that. Other people need to work on it. I think, you know, I'm probably somewhere in between with regards to that. I didn't used to be like that before, but I think I'm like that now. You know, it took some time for me to get that skill, but I think I'm very comfortable in front of groups with public speaking and that kind of thing. Yeah, watched it. Oh, let's see. Play a painting, could you do a tutorial on proper varnish application? That would be neat. I wish I could, but frankly, Cheddar Monkey, I just use I use rattle cans for varnishes. I don't really apply varnishes any other way. So you know, sorry, man. I'd love to, but it's just not something I don't think I'm capable of. Let's see. Watched it post-fight. The Harbinger was very lackluster. You know what it was? Is we did some really smart things, like having Nelson get up there, throw the dynamite early, take the two goons almost to dead, and then having Dizzy go up and tank that thing quick was good. But then it even flew past her and attacked Nelson, and I was like, oh, Nelson's gonna die. But it just didn't. It never panned out. I just thought for sure he was gonna go down though at that point. But yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, that's the way it. That's just the way it went down. Get a little white highlight. It happens, man. Yeah, we just happened to skip through most of it. Very bad with the romantic style words. Should have clarified. Can talk all day about other stuff. That's tough, man. Also, I don't know. That took a while to get comfortable. You know, talking to girls, especially about that, like asking them out. I can point out some times where a couple of occasions where it went extremely well, and then I know I have more occasions where it didn't. I think it's just natural. I don't know. I think that's where most of us are. That's just the way it is, man. I wish we had better news for you. Sometimes like the easiest shit will work too. It just depends. I think it's not about it working, because in my opinion, and this is what was explained to me, that if a girl or whatever is into you, or if she's interested in you, the only thing you have control of is her ability to turn off her interest in you. You know what I mean? You can't turn it on. It's like a switch. You can't turn on the switch, but you could easily turn it off. That's how I understand it. So the key is to, you know, that hopefully that there's some interest there and that you don't screw it up. You know what I mean? Like, okay, interest there, good. Do you screw it up? Don't screw it up. So that's what that boils down to. You know, we could sit here and like theory craft all day about what they like, what they don't like, who they like, whatever. But they like you, they like you. If they're interested, they're interested. There's varying degrees of that. And so, you know, you can have some effect on it, but the easiest effect is to turn it off. Okay. Where did that black gray go? There we go. This little black gray here. Just trying to define this shirt. I do like this miniature quite a bit. Ooh. Overwash that. It's okay. There we go. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're moving along pretty damn well here. Yeah, Christmas should be fun. New Year's should be, for me, uneventful. I do not like New Year's. I do not. Even when I was single. I never really thought that New Year's was that big a deal. I didn't like it. Pick off a little white here. I'm 30, never been on a date, let alone anything else. I'm pretty much at the point where I'm giving up on trying. Just want to do stuff I want to do, like I want to build a glorious army of Grey Knights. Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta take care of yourself, right? And I don't know what to say there. I mean, either it happens or it doesn't happen, and I don't know. This dude, believe it or not, is nearly done. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Then we'll just keep going, man. We're just going to move on to the next one. It would be nice to get these done by the time the Christmas holidays wrapping up. I'm supposed to be getting another commission. I've had a couple go by, like a potential Infinity commission or a Batman commission. I think my next commission will be Infinity, but I'm not 100% sure. And I like painting Infinity. I like painting Corvus Belli, but I just don't like playing it. This dude is just about there. I'm gonna give him a kind of an umber wash over all of his, over the whole model, just to kind of unify him. Where's my brown ink? It's the wrong ink. What the hell? There we go, that's good ink. Watched like 5 different videos that night on, oh wait. Life really isn't a full-on race. Get what you want to do out of your system and live. That's cool. I like that, Blade Wolf. Going to the town New Year's Eve with a friend to play his wingman until I get bored and go home to the bar. That can be fun too. Although, you know, for me that would be fun because, I don't know, you get to live vicariously through another person. That's kind of fun. Yeah, for me, the only like wingman situation that was any good was when I got a female to do it, and she was the wingman. That worked out a lot better than bringing another dude with you. Now that might be too like chestnut color. It's a cool color. It's a lot of red in it. I mean, I'm gonna go with it here for the overcoat. We'll see if we... What is nice is it does give it a really nice rich tone without obscuring anything. It here. So I do like that. I do like that it gave it a richness, which is cool. And kind of blended everything in. I'm just gonna... It's fun till he makes an ass of himself, which he'll do. Yeah, of course, man. We all kind of do that. I don't know, man. Like, going out... My own experience with that is like going out expressly for the purpose of meeting women doesn't really work well. I think if you're first and foremost out to enjoy yourself and do something that you genuinely enjoy doing, then you tend not to worry about that kind of stuff, and it happens if it happens, right? I don't like how that is sitting in here. Never been to a bar, but they look fun. Gonna spectate and make sure he doesn't die. Sounds like something Jose would say about me. I want to spectate and make sure he doesn't die. I generally don't like bars. Although, like, I'll go to a bar and hang out with people, but I don't know. It's usually not my first choice of thing to do. What I really want to do is like go to a bar or a club or something with Jose, him being a single dude, and just kind of being a fly on the wall. You know what I mean? Not necessarily a wingman, just a fly. Like a bystander. Like, I want to see that. I want to see it go down. I want to see if you know, how that whole thing works out. It's always interesting to be on the outside of. Maybe he'll meet his Agent Scully while he's over there. And I would like to see it. I would like to be somebody off on the sidelines watching. I go to the bar because a family friend owns it. He knows what I like to drink and what game I want to watch. It's fair. Alright. He's basically done. I'm going to paint. I just want to paint that strap around his thigh, this guy right here. Just paint that a darker color. There we go. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay. So, well, Bill, let's keep going, man. There's 2 down. There we go. Here's the next guy, Musashi. So he has white... Well, let me pull up the art here. The whole Agent Scully story was very sad. Seeing obese 48-year-old single mom sing karaoke to Britney Spears seems depressing to me. Okay, yeah, I can see where that can be depressing. Hold on, let me get a drink here. You know what? It's about that time. Let's have a proper beverage, shall we? Just a little something. Ooh, running low on the proper beverages. What's up, honkies? Hey, Adam. I better start drinking now. I have to deal with Adam calling us honkies. That shit's traumatic, man. Ah, kanpai, Adam. go. How come they don't have like? I see a painted one of these guys, but I don't have like a one-on-one shot of him. I can't go off the box art. Well, here's one that's close. Let's see. Yeah, so that's black. Those are white. There's a little red there, red there. Okay, so the chest is white, and those are red running across it. And the glove, that glove is white, that glove is red. Okay. Okay, I think I got this. I didn't call no one a honky. Oh, that reminds me, I have to set up karaoke on my laptop because my wife wants to do that. Or my wife wants us to have the capability of doing that. And I have and I have that terabyte external drive with 30,000 songs on it, so she's gonna want to sing some of that. So let me get this. Let's get the white down. And he's like in the painted version, he's got a lot of. There's kind of a lot of like candy red on this guy. What color is that? What color is like the strap across his chest? I think it's just a bullet. Yeah, those are bullets. But all this here is white, or at least highlighted white. Okay. A very clean model. So if I'm going to do white there, I better go with hyper leveling white. So we're going to mix with airbrush thinner. And we're going to mix with, and we're going to add flow improver. Let's wash medium. Where is my flow improver? Where is it? There's some flow improver. So again, I'm painting with the glacier white. Glacier blue instead of just pure white right now. And the idea here is this stuff covers well and it flows very well. And it's very close to white. In fact, I'm pretty sure it looks white on stream. And that's kind of the idea. This is gonna make for a nice, super clean look. Yeah, this model is freaking awesome. If I play Aristeia, I definitely want this guy on my team. Just because he's such a damn cool mini. I want to use him as my Shadows of Brimstone Samurai. Be pretty awesome for that. So the idea here is paint layer after layer of that white. So let's get some. So he's supposed to be actually a fairly intense red color. So I'm gonna go with carmine red and like paint it on like a glaze so that it's fairly thin. So we'll make a glaze out of carmine red, and then we'll shade that glaze. Anyone see the new Christmas themed video they put out by Wood Rocket? I have not. I have not. Can't do that Andrew style. Whoa. Uh-oh. Don't want these colors to run together. No, don't do it. Right. So the way red kind of bleeds all over the place, you gotta be careful with it. I feel like I should be in closer. That's good. Okay, cool. Featured April O'Neil. I don't know how she keeps from laughing all the time. See how stupidly thin this is gonna go on. We're gonna build the red a little slowly, because I don't want to lose any of this detail. Oop. I think I need more red. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Play It Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting or what you should be painting. Tonight we're working on some more Aristeia from Corvus Belli. And I'm working on this really cool samurai guy right now. Just trying to get that red to build up the way I want it to. SpongeBob one gave me the creeps. Wood Rocket is very hit or miss, mostly miss. I don't watch Wood Rocket, so I can't comment there. That red's looking pretty good though. There's not too much to these guys. I wonder. I bet this detailing on his back is supposed to be red. It's a nice red on the samurai. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I didn't want it to be like a candy red, but I did want it to be fairly rich. So it's gonna go from like almost like a scarlet color down to a more crimson color. Okay. Alright, so now, pretty good. Yeah, a little more layer, like a second layer there. So now we're gonna give him a little bit of random color here and there. So I'm gonna give him little brown sakis. Then we're gonna paint the stripes. And we're gonna paint that stripe right there red. Oh. Let's see. What's up, Mikey's Miscast? How you doing? Far out. That miniature looks awesome. Thank you, sir. For me, I'd pair the red with the cream color, get peeved at myself at his armor looks like a sad ad for a Coke, and watch videos to calm down. No, it does look like kind of a... I guess these are Coca-Cola style colors, and he does kind of have that... It does kind of have that little swoosh that Coke has. So I see where you're coming from. I'm just gonna... There we go. Okay. So now, oops. I'm gonna paint this belt here. It's like supposed to be a bullet belt, I believe. And then these are kind of along the similar line there. And then we'll just highlight them up and get them back into the fold. And frankly, these, I mean, this model's moving along quite well. We like to move it up. We like to paint here at a fairly brisk clip. I'm gonna put a little bit of white into this. What is that? You're just joining us? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting, what you should be painting. Tonight we're painting Aristeia by Corvus Belli. This is the Metal Collector's Edition set. And we're working on the samurai looking dude right now. He's freaking awesome. I want to put another highlight on his skin. Let's get another highlight on there. Bebop 2. Since we got a few more people joining us. Welcome to the stream. Let us know what you want for Christmas. Be interesting. Do your Beasts of War impression. My Beasts of War Justin impression. Well, that's a samurai, and it's beautiful. I really like painting the samurai. He reminds me of an old Japanese warrior. We love you, Justin. I mean that. I really do. Like, Justin's freaking awesome. He's my favorite on Beasts of War. For Xmas, I want sexy pics of this guy named Octave. I'll find another guy named Octave and get the pics over to you. Shouldn't be that hard. That's what she said. Someone shoot me a message or anything? Yeah? Oh, hold on. Hold on, guys. That was my... No? Okay. Alright. Yes. Let's do a little highlight here on his skin. And then do a little bit of cold gray highlight. These are moving so quick now. A lap pillow from a nice lady and a head rub pat, because that's all I could think of when you asked. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's a very good thing to want. So I'm just using that cold gray right now. It looks white on screen. I know that. I'm just gonna give his hair a little bit of a highlight. His face is freaking awesome. I love the expression on this guy's face, dude. Sounded like he was in the studio with you, Octave. You do that well. Chugged a gallon of eggnog, now I'm fapping it to your stream. Damn, Adam. So now you guys know why it's hard for me to completely move over to Twitch. I love our YouTube audience here. And I mean that. I'm still trying to balance my my content. You know, where my Twitch to YouTube content. Oh, we should use Scarlet. I've got this really awesome red that I've been wanting to use. This Scarlet Blood. Question: how does one nog an egg? It's a good question. It's a good question. I don't really know personally. You have an egg, and you nog it as hot as you can. Some call that eggnog. We love you too, Honey-chan. You know, Twitch is fun though. It is a cool format. I'm excited now that you can actually go back and watch some of my streams, at least for a couple of weeks. I like that a lot. Because especially like the gaming and that way, like if somebody just stumbles across that channel, they get some idea what gets broadcast on there, you know, and they can decide if they want to follow that channel or not. I really like that. Oh, this Blood Scarlet is dope. It's really kind of... I might be over highlighting with it. What the story, Mark? But yeah, it is quite cool. Pretty awesome. This would be a nice color scheme for kind of like a brighter nomad looking force. Or JSA, Japanese Sectorial Army for Yu Jing. It'd be kind of cool. I always wanted to build myself a JSA for Infinity. Too bad I just didn't like the game. I was gonna make, yeah, like a JSA with a lot of motorcycles and that type of thing. Or as we were calling them, ricers. Yeah, Twitch is pretty cool. And yeah, so my Sunday night, I've been trying to just divide up the content between the two formats. So as you guys know, Shadows of Brimstone, the Wednesday crew, and the Friday Night Fiasco, that stays here on YouTube. So that's like set content that you can expect to see. And then as soon as I say that, I know everyone's schedule is going to change, and it's like, oh, well, Andrew can't do it, and Nelson can't do it, and Dizzy can't do it, and then we move, and suddenly Josie and Blake, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'd like to try to keep those two here, mainly because I don't have a good technical solution for moving that over to Twitch, and it's fun. So there's that, and then for Twitch, I like Twitch Tuesdays. Doing a painting stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, and then the gaming that occurs at my house, I also like that Thursdays on Twitch. So Twitch would have Tuesdays and Thursdays, YouTube would have Mondays and Wednesdays, and every other day is basically sort of up for grabs. So it's kind of the idea there. Shouldn't these like little things be orange? These little guys here? Or is they not orange? I have no way to tell. They're orange on a lot of the other guys, so just paint those orange. Give them just a little splash of a different color there. So a stream like this would be perfect on either channel. Long term though, I don't know, I'd like it to go to Twitch. I'd like to go like these to move over to Twitch, but who knows, like I could pick a Saturday night or whatever and just shoot it on a YouTube or a Sunday simulcast and broadcast to both. Like I could turn this over to do Twitch as well. What day do you go on BitChute? I do not, sir. I do not. Problem with the simulcast is you tend to give up quality. The stream ends up being choppier, and you don't get to watch. Especially if you're watching painting, some people really need to see, how the paint is being pulled across the surface, and you can't really get that if your stream quality isn't very good. All right, there's another one down. Just keep going, man. Keep going. Should I have one more? I should have another drink, right? Let's do another one. Okay. Yeah, we might as well just clear through it. Count by, everyone. All right. So we're going to go from red and white to red to black and white, right? Very similar color scheme on this one. And really not a whole lot to do here. There's this stripe here, which is white, the inside of the... This may take several layers. Yay, drinks. I'm not trying to get drunk. I just like sake, and I wanna taste. You don't have to say it. You just feel it. Let's pull up a little example artwork. Alright. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to this model. But what is the... Okay. Okay. Asian Tom Cruise from Last Samurai. Sake, sake! I just love my sake, man. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But no. I'm not aiming to get drunk. Right? I don't know what color that's gonna be. Is that red? I'll go back and check. Whoa. Whoa. Messed that up bad. Okay. We can fix it. Since we know we're gonna wash it, just take a damp brush and kind of feather all that out. And no one will know. It sucks that the inner part of this is white. As long as we get the white to cover reasonably well, then we can then it should stand out pretty nicely once the red is complete. You're just joining us? Welcome to Play a Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting and what you should be painting. Why do I always end up, no matter what? That might be better. I keep changing the shape of the comments to fit where I happen to be. That's probably not a very good spot either. Whatever. So we get this white stripe down. Okay, and then you have like a lot of white detail on the model proper, like back here. That's all white. Oh, hey, what's up, Atomico? Welcome to the feed. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. We are just painting a little Aristeia from Corvus Belli. Just picking out a little detail here. Sometimes these angles are just really kind of tight. She has this whole like all these symbols on the back of her hood. Her hood, which I believe are also white. Yeah, it's like she's got like a Black Widow type symbol here, which I believe is also supposed to be white. And all this detail up here is also supposed to be white. Night, one Chan. Thanks for a nice live stream. Thanks for tuning in, Sugar Monkey. We'll catch you on the next one, man. Have a good night. You're gonna sign off too? Alright, Congo, have a good night. You guys calling it an early one? That's cool. I'm just gonna keep painting because I'm on a deadline. I'm on a mission, actually. Not really a deadline. I know Chris isn't expecting these until after the holiday, so. But we're gonna keep rocking. I have no idea what to paint the stand. Okay. Alright. Let's start getting this red down. Alright. So now we're going to use that carmine red that's kind of like a wash. Maybe that's too thin. You don't want that to just sit there and run into the channel. Add a little more paint to it. So two of the main commenters are gone. Who's all here lurking in the chat? Or lurking on the feed? What's up, lurkers? You don't have to say hi or nothing. But you should. Just let us know what you're painting or what you were watching or... Maybe, like I was saying earlier, what are you hoping to get for Christmas? Like for me, hobby-wise, Infinity CR Plus. I'd love to see a bunch of Kickstarters deliver. That would be a great Christmas present, right? What tops that list right now would be the Way of the Fighter miniatures. So I freaking love. I played some Way of the Fighter yesterday with Matt and had an absolute blast and loved it, which is very difficult considering I didn't have any miniatures because they're late getting the miniatures out to us. So by all accounts, I should be fairly pissed about it. But now I really liked the game. Watching you work making me want to paint. You should, man. Paint, sculpt, draw, do whatever you want. We like it all. You're a very talented artist, sir. I didn't watch your latest video, your plans for next year, but I plan to. I'm curious to know what is coming around the corner, what other projects you might be working on, you know, what I need to be saving a little money for. I couldn't get in on the last Kickstarter. I just didn't have the money at the time. I'm trying to tighten down on the budget, but next year, who knows? You know, if you produce a set that I get particularly excited about, then you're gonna have my support. Not just my regular verbal support, but my monetary support. So, but I'm busy writing up the list of miniatures I'll be making next year. Hey, what's up, Lord Draconin? Welcome to the feed. Oh, this is a good song. Oh, there's a little bit of flash there. I need to. Let's see if I can correct that. Yeah. Lovely mini, thank you, sir. This is for the Aristeia game by Corvus Belli. She's really fun. So for this, I think I wanna. I don't remember what color that is. There'll be plenty of small projects. Nice. Yeah, you know, the way you tend to work, you tend to work on these very high theme projects. And they don't have to be big. Because as long as you have a nice cohesive set to them. Like I saw that, the orc one, that was awesome. And Kung Fu Miniatures 2 obviously was really cool. You know how like everybody's doing, or a lot of miniature producers kind of make, you know, the anthropomorphic animal miniatures? Like what if you did one that was kind of like themed off battle beasts? That would be kind of a cool one.
It's a very important dance. We're being graded on it. Jim.
Wait a minute. I have a wonderful idea.
Alright, so I'm gonna put a little bit of scarlet on this miniature. Not too much, because I don't want it to be too similar to the other guy, but a little bit of scarlet would be nice. Just a nice way to kind of get a little bit of brightness to the mini, so it's not so totally dull. Damn, that one was easy. There was not a lot to do on that miniature. Doing pretty well. Wow, actually need quite a bit of armor wash down there. Yeah, this platform that she's on needs a lot of armor wash. I like this gem. Has that cool sound effect when it happens. It's just so good. It's so good. You'll hear it. The fantasy minis will have a kind of retro arcadey feel with a dose of 80s grindhouse. Oh, I love it. I think there needs to be more 80s themes in miniatures. You know, recently we're looking into the game Eden by Happy Games Factory, and it's a post-APOC, and they finally, the post-APOCs is a cool theme, and you know, you have a lot of that, you have a lot of those kind of floating around now, but no one's really been, in my opinion, been able to really capture that 80s Road Warrior feel very well. It's like this is dope right here. Oh, there it was. That was so dope. I love that. But yeah, you know, that's my thing, is like, so Eden comes out with this post-APOC game, which is cool, kind of a gladiatorial MOBA game called Eden, and I'm looking into it, and my favorite faction is a faction called Convoy, because they look very 80s Road Warrior style. And I love Grindhouse feel. It's pretty rad that you say fantasy and we're not automatically talking about Tolkien-esque D&D miniatures. You can see. Damn, we are just cranking, dude. Cool, cool mini. I want to get a little bit better shading on that boot, though. I don't really particularly care for it. So I'm just gonna put a lot of shading on it, kind of get it to kind of go away, if you will. I just don't want that boot sticking out like a sore boot. Get it? That's terrible, I know. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. Good, good? Good. And then there were two. We are cranking. So we gotta work on the furry here. She has pink hair. Okay, we'll get to the pink hair in a minute. First thing is first, I want to wash this and get some actual shadow down on this pink armor. And that's tricky. There's two real ways I can go at it, but the way I'm thinking is to go with a purple ink or a purple wash. And it's very hard to do that. And I'm trying to get it to desaturate, right? And you can't desaturate without adding like white or pigment to it. So I'm a little stuck. The other option is I could go with like something like that, a blue violet like that, make a glaze out of it. Or just do something really weird and wash it with blue ink. No, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna make some violet ink glaze. We're gonna get this. I'm gonna put 1 drop of flow improver in here. And we're gonna start really, really thin with like 2 drops of violet ink. And let's see how much I can desaturate it with the glaze medium. Alright, let's try it. There's still a lot of purple there. Where she looks more purple than pink. But that's how she should look. That's how the shadow should look. More purple than pink. So I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Note to people painting minks, she is hard to paint. She can be. That was hot. I like that kick. Yeah! That was dope. So let's get the pink right on her. Or the kind of... She's definitely more pink in the artwork. But I want her to be a little bit better defined than she is in the, you know what I mean? So we might as well block out the pink on the hair. So I need a good pink. Cannot see my tentacle pink anywhere. Let's skip ahead. I'm down to my last few minis for hunters, but I haven't a proper team build yet. Huh. There we go. Okay. I still cannot find my pink. I guess I'll use a couple of colors then, since I can't find my tentacle pink. You know, it's very likely that somebody walked off with that. No, it's not. It's not that likely because I see it. Here we go. I'm just a bad person. Alright. But we knew that. Let's be real. We knew that. It's just weird that her hair is pink and her outfit is pink. And you're supposed to paint all that. And you're not expected to lose really any clarity doing that. It's just weird to me. Like this, all this stuff can run together. I think she would make more sense if her hair was blue. Okay, and so I'm gonna need like a little, kind of like an azure blue. This blue will do. She does have a little bit of blue, almost like a blue-green on her. So, a lot of it may have to do with red up to pink. Then again, color building is a weird, confusing process. Yes, it certainly is. At this point, I'm just content to follow whatever the studio artwork is. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. That was dope, little tween. Just weird, like blue lines everywhere. I guess all these straps and stuff are blue. It's a very faint blue, though. It's a very pale, like faint blue. But why not? Let's just do. Let's see. Octave, when you tried out Hunters, what did you like from the build or the combos? I liked specific things. I don't know that I liked combos. You know, there's stuff that you that are kind of standard that it wouldn't really make a hill of beans if I said, oh, I like Blessing of the Sunfather. Of course you do. Everybody likes Blessing of the Sunfather. You try to do that ability. I'll tell you, like, some of my favorite Hunters players, I can tell you that, and what I liked. So I really like Egret, even though, you know, a lot of people say she's bad. She has a lot of cool individual abilities, but I can see why people think she's bad, because she just seems like she'd be hard to kind of integrate into an overall plan, you know? She's just sort of there to harass. I don't know that that's good enough to kind of earn the spot on the team. But I really liked her. I also really liked J-Car. J-Car can be a lot of fun because, you know, you have to play with his threat range a little bit to get him to work. So he can be really fun. Trying to figure out, like, who else? What else did I really like about Hunters? I like trying to get 3-point bear hugs, you know, out of Cena. Probably not the best use of my time when I'm trying to strategize around the Hunters. So take that for what it's worth, but I still like it. Like, that whole Cena trick is something you would do with people that aren't experienced to playing against Hunters. But it's cool nonetheless. I like questions like this though, they're cool. Alright. Cena's a set player. True. We were talking about Chaska the other day. I still like Boombox. Like, I still think Chaska's pretty good for that ability. Yeah, that's what I liked with the Hunters. I really don't have any experience with the following season's Hunters, so I don't know. Take this for what it's worth, which is probably not a whole lot. And you still have to pick. Yeah, I mean, he's a bear. Why wouldn't you? Like, should pick him up anyway. Okay. It's kind of weird looking right now, but again, we're just gonna trust in the process, right? I may use Zola a bit to set people up for snare. Oh, Zarola? I'll be honest with you, I can see how she's cool, but I was not very impressed with her. Even with the link action, I don't know. She didn't really perform for me. What color are those supposed to be? Oh, those are also like cold gray. I know she isn't the greatest. Yeah, that's fine though. I mean, if you like her, you like her. You want to run her. I hear you. I do it all the time. I fielded the post-nerf Chisel yesterday or Thursday, and she didn't do jack for me. I just don't understand this mini. Alright, let's work a little pink back into the armor. Well, that player's alone okay, but I still think it's all teamwork. It is, for sure. I mean, I'm a Masons player. I have to believe that if I'm ever going to win a game. Right? Every game every game I've won off Masons has been playing synergies well. And then using team actions properly is also really important. Wendell and Ox are players you could send out there to fight a person and most likely win. This is true. Alright. I don't know what any of this means. I just object to the hair being pink. I don't understand. I guess I mostly need more practice to see what I'm running for Kingdom Con. Oh, sure. Well, when you try to arrange a game, I'm down. Cool track. Most cases we're going to get a bigger crowd considering the winner may get some recognition for one of the bigger tournaments. That's the rumor. So yes, we are expecting fairly significant turnout at Kingdom Con this year. I'm predicting it's by far our most attended Kingdom Con for Guild Ball. By far. Like, we're gonna shatter that record. I think the first year I had 16 players. And then the second year it was down to like I think 6 or 8 players. And this year it's probably gonna top the original 16. Be prepared for farmers and blacksmith clans. Yep. Add a little bit of white highlight to some of these areas. Can't let the outsiders win. Yeah. Kind of want one of the locals to win. Okay. Hey, what's up, Dave? Welcome to the feed. Like the description says, we're up painting some Aristeia right now. Because we had 2 people from Vegas come down last year. Doing okay, and you? Alright. Hold on one sec, guys. Alright. Let's get a little more caffeine. Oh, cool, you picked up Massive Darkness. Nice. We were talking about that last night. I do want to paint that at some point. No Christmassy song here. Okay. Okay. What am I doing? Hold on. You gotta get the tail, and the belt. The kind of moon boots there. Let me just get a little definition on the mask here. Just gonna paint that little kitty mask. Last night I thought the big bad would have been harder to kill. Yeah, me too. Well, we did a good job with the dynamite. We did a good job tanking. I got a Dizzy did a good job kind of handling the front end while we took that monster down fairly quickly. I don't know. I need to go buy some more boss monsters, some more big bads for Shadows of Brimstone. So they got a couple at CQ that I've had my eye on. What else needs to be highlighted on her? She's looking pretty good, actually. I just need to get a little more pink on here. It's looking cool, Octave. Thanks, man. And she still wants the claw. That's right. Nelson was feeling a little surly last night. It's pretty funny. Are those supposed to... I don't even know. Those little ankle weights. I saw a T-Rex for Shadows player earlier. Yeah, they have the Jargono Raptor. And I may go pick that up. But I'm torn between that. Sorry. I'm torn between that and getting Guild Ball, the Brewers Masons terrain. Getting the booty down. Booty, booty, booty. Cool. Yeah, she's looking pretty good. Alright. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. I think she looks good. Yeah, she's fun. Let's give another like little edge highlight along the sharp edges of the belt and a couple of edges on the tail. Okay, cool. Alright, last one, and then we're done with Aristeia. We got this young lady here, who is awesome. Let me pull up do some edging on the base too. Oh yeah, I probably should. Well, okay, hold on, let's go. Just looking at. And this model has a bit of freehand to it as well. I want to see the front of that model. There it is. It's a pretty simple color scheme. Looking great, thank you, sir. I think her skin is basically the color I want. Let's give her there we go. Give her a little bit of lips. It's not working. Okay. So the studio art did a crazy amount of freehand on this mini, which we're not gonna do. We're gonna have to keep it practical here. I'm gonna need more black gray. What did I do with my black gray? There we go. Okay. Okay. So this here, this little shield here is kind of a gold color, and her hair is a bit more red. So the way I typically base red hair is I will take like a bright orange like this and then just stick a little bit of like sienna brown in it or beige brown. And it's usually enough to do the trick, like 1 drop to 3, 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 is good enough. Okay. It's too bright. Could use a little red in it as well. That's better. It's almost like a pumpkin looking red, which it's okay. Don't be afraid if it looks a little bit weird going down. You give it some time to dry, and then you can work on other parts of the model while you're waiting for that to dry. tonight has mainly just been kind of filling in detail and shading. Basically all I've been doing tonight. What color is that calm? Okay, it's black. Or black gray. I'm so sick of this song. You know, we're gonna do this. Which orange is that? What did I just do with it? It's orange fire, and then I just mix some beige brown into it. And it kind of gives us this This is a very Chinese song. I think I say that every time I hear this track. It's a very Chinese track. Nice. Thank you, sir. Yeah, this is like one of my favorite sculpts in the whole set. I think she's just awesome. Alright, so we're gonna get, I'm gonna do a green wash on her. I can do something like this, a Athonian camo shade, and then come back and re-highlight with a like a military grade green. I think that's the best way to do this. That wasn't much. Didn't have to do a whole lot there. I don't know, for some reason I just think this is like one of the coolest minis to me. She's super boring in the grand scheme of miniatures, but I think she's great. What? This one has this kind of color in there. Oops. Alright, so it's just so easy, this model. There's like nothing. Unless I wanted to do a bunch of freehand on the cloak, but I'm not going to. I just like it when they use that swing song in these the swing sound effect in these songs. It's awesome. Okay. Let's get one of the washes down on. Alright. Alright. So, pull a lot of this black off. I just really want to leave the majority of it in the crevices between the plates. So I'm not being terribly careful with it. Alright. So now let's get some, let's get some Seraphim Sepia and do the hair. See, it turns it, just gives it a little bit of shadow, but also turns it into a more auburn color, which is cool. She definitely looks a little Hawk Islam to me in terms of her color scheme, but she's super cool. Just do a little edge highlight here. yeah, she's easily my favorite sculpt of all these. She's just super cool. Did that. I think I want to do green ink. Just to give the cloak a little bit of vibrance to it. Yeah, that's nice. It's gonna give the whole outfit a little more vibrance to it. As long as I don't let it cool. Okay, and let's get a little more bit of the armor wash on the boots. All right, and then I don't know, track this is, but it's cool. Little baseline there. Man. So they're all pretty simple once you do the color blocking and stuff. I think these are gonna look fantastic. You know, I'm gonna seal these with a gloss sealer and then the dull coat because they're gonna be metal game pieces. So I wanna have a good, reasonable protection on these. Okay. There's, I guess according to the artwork, there's a little bit of blue that happens up there, but I don't want to do that. I just don't want to take away from the miniature too much. Okay, I'm fairly impressed with these minis. They look, you know, they're the same quality you expect from Corvus Belli, but it's a good quality, you know? Yeah, it's like when a musician kind of plays the same tracks, but it's a good track. Where is my other cover? Get this out of there. Alright. I'm going to leave us on here for a few minutes, and I'll show you guys the miniatures one by one. And you guys, if you guys have any other additional comments, now's the time, because we are winding down here. We're just about at the end of our feed. This is an interesting song that I have no interest in. Alright. Okay. So here you go. Let's go through them. So here's the sniper. Really enjoyed her. Not much to write home about here. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward paint job there. This is kind of like a hacker type. Yeah, samurai. Kind of like cat lady, one of my favorite sculpts. Like awesome. Thanks, Dave. Then you got Shield Bra. Shield Bra. I'm gonna work on that shield there, because he is Shield Bra. Shield Bra. Wild Bill. And then from the other night. Kind of robot bug grill. And finally, the panda guy. Everyone loves the panda guy. Thanks, Blade Wolf. Yeah, not bad. So yeah, took a break this week to do some gaming, but managed to finish this whole set. Thanks, Lord Draconum. It was a fun paint, you know, was basically, you know, nothing too remarkable, just basing and then building, airbrushing. Airbrushing was a lot of the color block and then coming back in and I mean, there are some things like the freehand. There's stuff like that. But it wasn't too bad. A lot of it was just sort of get in, get your detail. Well, Bill would make a good looking lawman for Shadow. Yeah, that was brought up before. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What I'll do is, I'm gonna seal them at some point. I gotta let them dry tonight, so I'm gonna seal them at some point tomorrow, and then I'll shoot some photos of them. Okay. But really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this whole process, especially those of you who were here the entire process. And I think it was a total of 4 nights working, if I recall. 1 night to build, 1 night priming and airbrushing, and then basically 2 nights of painting. So not too bad. You know, I kind of gave the client I think I gave the client a good deal on this. So hopefully he'll be happy. All right. So with that, guys, we're gonna call this feed to a close. Again, want to thank everyone for tuning in. And I don't know, tomorrow night, what are we gonna do? Tomorrow night? Oh, tomorrow night's Christmas Eve. Cannot stream tomorrow night. So it's a good thing I'm getting it done tonight. So I will see you guys. Maybe. Well, what am I gonna do tomorrow? I probably won't flip the camera on tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a good Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But you'll definitely see me before New Year's. We'll be working on, I don't know, either a commission or I might start some Rail Raiders. We'll see. Okay? So with that, we're going to call this to a close. Want to thank everybody for watching. Have a good night, guys. We're going to catch you on the next one.